have plenty of time since I'm not doing anything at the moment. So I should make my way towards the library, only to find Ryota waiting in the corner of it.
Ryota, funny to see you here. I thought you locked yourself in your room.
Funny that you say that. Ruka does that more than me. I saw him do it already in the past hour because Izumi called him out.
About what? If I can ask, that is.
Nothing that you need to concern yourself with.
So it's the same thing as him being loud?
Pretty much.
I understand.
We sat there in silence for a few minutes before I brought up an interesting topic for Ryota and I.
Do you have a favorite book genre?
Pardon?
Since you're reading, I thought you'd have a favorite book, that's all.
I don't have a favorite book, but I prefer any paranormal media that's available to me. Is something wrong?
Not at all. I didn't take you as a paranormal kind of guy, since you're always so stoic.
I can enjoy things too, Abiki. I'm not all brick wall and have no personality.
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I didn't have to. I can read you clear as day.
Okay. Then what's my secret?
What?
My secret. What is it?
I don't know. It's only because I didn't know you before coming to this horrendous killing game.
But if you say that you can read people, it may be useful if one of us does kill someone else. I really want to know if you have an idea of what it could be.
Alright then. You have a crush on Hyatt.
No! Nothing correlated with being here. Before the killing game even happened.
Oh, sorry. Then you sleep with a kitten plushie. You seem like the guy to sleep with a plush toy.
Well, that's a secret, but not the secret.
Then you fell short on your first assignment as an ultimate, right?
Yeah. It was such a simple job, but it got far worse when I was blindsided by the culprits. Something about how cruel the world is compared to how rigged everything is.
I'm sorry to hear that. Was anyone injured?
Only me, thankfully. It was a sprained ankle, nothing too intense, and it recovered quicker than I thought it would.
My first class, I accidentally cut one of my students' ring finger off.
I stood there in a gasp. He cut his own student's ring finger off?
Are you messing with me?
I can see you can read people as well, Abiki. If anything happens to anyone, use that to your advantage.
Ryota walks out of the library with a small smile on his face, and something told me that he lied about being into paranormal media. But that sounds like another conversation for another day.
Wait! Did you actually do it? Ryota! Hey, I wanna know!
Today is awfully peaceful. Very unusual for a killing game of all things. I should watch my back, regardless of the atmosphere.
Boo!
Who's there?
Me, silly.
Oh, definitely didn't watch my back there. Darn it. But hey, at least it's Remy of all people.
Don't startle me like that. You know how nervous I am.
Aw, but why? I love having fun.
Nobody said you couldn't have fun. Just don't resort to jump scares.
Well then, what's your idea of fun then?
Well...
Come on!
What am I supposed to say? I don't want my answer to upset her. Maybe I should feel her out first.
Well, what do you consider fun in your book?
Playing around with my friends, like I just did with you.
Really? Don't you also find fun in planting?
Of course I do! Though I do more than just that.
What else do you do then? I assume since you do so much that it must be fun doing more than one thing as an herbalist.
Simple! I specialize in studying spices and herbs. For example, did you know that Egyptians studied herbs and used them for medicinal and religious purposes as far back as 3500 BC?
I did not. That's very specific.
My brain is super big when it comes to herbal knowledge. Speaking of, do you have any knowledge about your field?
Well, of course. But I don't think there's anything interesting to say about it, other than the fact that it's just about looking good on the runway, as well as the cameras and magazines.
Huh? You don't think that's interesting? That sounds even cooler than what I do.
No, really. It's all I'm good for, to be honest. And don't downgrade yourself like that.
You're downgrading yourself, too.
Whoops. My bad. But what's the funnest part about being an herbalist?
That's almost hard to answer since I like every bit of it. But if I had to choose, it would be enhancing things with spices from various different recipes.
I guess that makes sense. Food usually has a good taste from seasonings and spices.
That's what makes herbs fun to use. Now it's your turn. What's fun about being a model?
I guess being an inspiration to those who want to be a part of the industry, let alone admire it.
You sound unsure of yourself there. Is there something else to do I don't know about?
Not really, but it's nothing to worry about.
You sure? Because I want to clear any shred of doubts you may have.
What makes you think I have any?
I can hear it in your voice.
I can't hide anything from you, can I?
Oh, come on. You can tell me anything.
Well, maybe it's that I kind of struggle with confidence. I know that's ironic since models need to put themselves out there, but it's something I'm trying to improve on.
Is there anything that helps you out at least a bit?
There is one. My manager does a good job managing me, so you can say he's a contribution to helping me.
Well, that's good. As long as you have people to support you, then it helps.
That reminds me. How do you get around with being so happy all the time?
It's pretty simple, honestly. All it takes is thinking positively. It gives you the boost you need to get through your day. Thinking negatively just doesn't cut it.
And what makes your confidence level so good?
It's a matter of moving one step at a time without hesitation. And if anything gets bumpy, I just shake it off and keep going.
Make it sound so easy.
I never said it was easy. It's doable. But not every day will be the best, you know?
I guess you're right.
All you need to do is keep your head up high and things will always work out. I believe in you, Kaede.
You really think so?
You got this.
Years have flown by, and I've spent those years appealing to people by my looks. Confidence is something I'm really trying hard to grasp. Yet Remy here seems to have the energy to give me the proper push. I'll try really hard, especially in the environment we're in right now. Maybe I could expand my options too, and gain some assistance and confidence from other outgoing people here.
Why was I even brought to this game? I mean, I know I can win, but it's life or death, and I'm not gonna try to defy those chances of a bonus. It makes me worried that Hibiki and Kane are selling themselves out to be potential victims, and all I care about is Ryota. Man, fuck that dude! I'm taking a small walk to stretch my legs, mind my own business, until I see Kaori walking to me lost in space. Hey, short stack, don't run into— Ouch! That wall. She runs into the wall, and her buns and her hair wobble, like one of those really delicious cheesecakes back home. Oh man, I really want some now. Back on topic, Haruka. There's a short person in front of you who just ran into a wall. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Wait a second. Why did you call me short stack again?
Well, I mean, you are short.
Am I that short? I tried to grow as much as I could.
I'm teasing you. I think you're a perfect height to do this. I rest my arm between her buns. At least my arm can finally stop swinging back and forth and stay in one place.
Why are you like this?
Alright. I'll stop with the teasing. But how's your day?
It's going well. I just finished talking to Izumi. She wanted to teach someone how to play chess, and Yui being Yui was all over her. So she taught me instead, and she allowed Yui to watch. And now I'm a little tired from the game.
Girl, she crushed you at it, didn't she?
Yeah, I'm not the best at chess. She called my brain smooth?
That is an insult. It's to say you're not smart.
I think I'm smart. Not bad, but I'm average. I got to be the first chair in my section of the orchestra.
Good for you. I'm extremely proud of you for getting that chair. How many lives did you destroy? She doesn't understand my vocabulary. How can I get her to understand me? Oh, I know. I'll talk like Hibiki. I mean, how hard was it to get that spot?
It was pretty difficult. I had to remember a lot of scales and perform a really long solo piece in front of a really large audience.
Man, I want to listen to you perform. I bet you did a great job.
I did my best. I had to do it 6 times before I finally passed that test.
6? Wow, that's crazy. I bet you did even better every time.
Well, kind of. I kept getting scared and always got closer to the curtains. I don't do well with crowds.
I'm the exact opposite. I love people watching me. Hell, they don't call me the ultimate streamer for nothing. But I can relate to my first stream being an absolute flop. Only 3 people showed up, and after a few months of getting used to my views and seeing what people liked, here I am. I understand that, but as a streamer, depending on the day, I could have a few hundred people watching me, or maybe 10,000 people. Just depends on the day if I play a game or just have a chat with my chat.
Chat with my chat? What does that mean?
It means I get to talk to my viewers and have a good time just vibing with them as they listen to me with like a podcast or a music class or whatever you listen to.
Oh, I get it. Would you consider me part of your chat then?
Fuck yeah! You're extremely chill to talk to, and I enjoy this conversation with you, Kaori.
Hey, you didn't call me short this time.
I guess being around a Biki has made me talk differently around some of the people here.
Well, I'm gonna go take a nap. I had too much social time for today. I need some alone time. Have a good rest of your day, Ruka.
You too, Kaori! We both part ways, anticipating the next conversation I'm gonna have with Kaori. I think I gotta be a better friend with her today. I need some cake to celebrate. Oh, what's on the menu today?
My body is full of so much energy. I need to let out some steam. I head downstairs to see what I could possibly do for the day. Maybe I could do some running around the living room. It's a shame we can't go outside because there's plenty of space out there. I sped down to the first floor, and as I ran, I bumped into someone and fell on the floor. I looked in front of me to see who it was.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Reina. I wasn't paying attention.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I really need to control my bursts of energy. Here, let me help you up.
I stood up to let my hand for Reina to grab.
Thank you, You're as sweet as you look.
Oh, come on. You're just as sweet as you sound.
You flatter me.
So, what you doing?
Ah, yes. I was just coming back from spending time with Remy.
You and her are really close, huh?
Well, of course. We're the bestest of friends since we have so much in common.
Is it because you two work with nature? I bet it's because of that.
Pretty much. And our names are similar too. They both start with Re, which is why we are known as Re-Duo. Or, as Remy likes to put it, Re!
Aw, that's so cute! You being yourself really earned you a sweet friend like her.
I guess there are benefits with being yourself all around.
Well, of course! You should always be your own special kind of person. I can imagine people must admire you for your amazing skills.
Well, I am what they call a miracle, according to my people.
Calling it, you've helped people who were really sick.
That's the basic gist of it, yes. Miracle, however, was way more than what you may think. Someone in our village was terminally ill, but a ritual I practiced helped treat it. As a result, the patient was cured.
OMG, OMG! That's so miraculous! You really are a miracle!
I can. You flatter me.
You're so cool, Reina. Remy definitely deserves a friend like you. The fact that you two can do everything together is adorable!
I too find it satisfying that I can bond with someone for just being myself. I'm very glad that I can help people, as I want to care for as many people that need it.
You know, I'm curious as to what you do specifically to do your rituals and medical practices.
Well, I use herbs, crystals, spices, and other forms of natural resources to get what I need.
I wonder if any of them are colorful!
Well, of course they are. Some of the stuff I do require particular colors to work.
Ooh, I want to see it one time!
considering that the colors of my material intrigues you, I wanna ask something. What's your story with colors and art?
Oh my! Being interviewed by the Miracle is such an honor! Well, my love for colors comes from the fact that I've been surrounded by colors my whole life.
Isn't everyone usually surrounded by colors? Everything is usually colorful in the world.
True, but in my case, it was more colorful than usual. That's the benefit of having your family own a candy shop.
Oh, a candy shop. Really?
Yep, it was a sweet experience growing up. I could eat all the candy I wanted.
You didn't eat too much, did you? Too much sugar could make you sick, even as a child.
Oh, don't worry. My parents made sure I didn't eat too much.
Well, that's a relief. So, was your family's store colorful?
Yep, it was the best way to keep the customers drawn in. Sweets are usually colorful after all.
So, is that where your roots for art developed?
I really wanted to utilize the beautiful colors I saw in any way I could. So that's why I took it upon myself to make art. More particularly, graphic art.
That sounds really fun to do. Everything you've told me so far really explains why you act the way you act. Of course, I mean that in a good sort of way. I really wish I had your energy.
Aw, Reina, that means a lot from you.
Say, considering that you love colors and are interested in what I like to do, how about I show you what I'm capable of by making colors naturally?
You can do that?
Of course. I just need the right ingredients to mix up the colors correctly.
OMG, OMG! I'm so excited! We're basically combining our talents! Ah!
It makes me happy that you're always full of smiles and cheers. It makes the situation we're in less scary than it should be.
Well, we can't just frown forever. I believe we can make the best out of everything if we keep smiling, you know?
I admire your attitude. I really do. Those are some lifting words of encouragement.
I really hope they were. I'll always do what I can to put a smile on anyone's face, no matter what.
You look and sound like a very colorful person. I hope it stays that way.
So do you. You're really pretty inside out. I hope it stays that way too.
Again, so kind. Now then, allow me to show you what I've got in store for you.
Ooh! So what are we gonna do?
I'll show you how to make colors naturally, without any artificial preservatives.
What color are we gonna make?
Yellow. You can make that color naturally by peeling and dicing beet, then mixing it with a 1/4 cup water and a teaspoon or 2 of turmeric.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's do it!
Hey! Take it easy!
I grabbed Reina by the arm out of excitement. I assumed we'd be doing our fun little activity in the kitchen, since that's where the ingredients would most likely be. From there, we spent our time together making colors out of natural ingredients. I was blown away with all the fun and exciting ways we can make pretty colors. I love Reina, and I'm sure she likes me too. If I can make her smile, then I can make anyone here smile. Sure, I've done it before a few times with others here, but Reina is more unique. She's like a princess who sweetens everyone's day with her charm and dedication. I can most certainly rely on someone like her around here. It's no wonder why she gets along with Remy. I'm sure that one day we'll both show the best in ourselves, and that is what I want more than anything for the two of us for everyone's sake here. When times are rough, we smile through it with all the dedication we have within us. When the journey ends, we can let it all out. Hopefully we can be of help to everyone here. I can feel it in my sweet heart that we will. And I'm positive Reina feels the same.
A full day of nothing to do. What a great day this is. I could be doing homework or, better yet, anything else than this. I'm currently in the kitchen making some snacks for the group.
Oh, hey, Izumi.
Owie, we don't talk much. Please, join me.
In what?
Making apple tarts. Hanamaru left out some apples for us, and I thought it was a good idea to learn a new skill.
That sounds a lot like you, Izumi.
Thank you. Now, wash your hands and help me peel these apples while I make the pastry sheet.
Oh, okay then.
We begin to work while we have small talk during our tasks. I'm aware as a strategist that learning new skills may be a terrible idea, but truth be told, I kind of enjoy a new challenge. Whether it's for myself or for a class, I enjoy the learning process regardless of what the main topic is.
I got them all peeled and sliced for you, Izumi. I had an apple left over, so I made a snack for us.
That's really nice of you. Wow, those slices look amazing. Did you take baking classes before?
Maybe. I guess it's because of my foster mom teaching me the basics of cooking. So when I had the chance to go to adult things, I had some skills already.
You're adopted?
I'm glad I didn't tell Naohiko this. He would use that against me. I shouldn't have said anything, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry for asking such a personal question. Let me ask you a better question. Did you ever dedicate your work to someone in particular?
Sometimes. It just depends on the piece that I'm doing for someone. Either a commission or a long assignment. I try my best to keep the client in mind as much as I can.
That's very admirable. And for trade? Now you can ask me an embarrassing question.
Let me think. I don't really have any questions for you, honestly.
Not even a simple question?
No, I'm the one who doesn't do the asking. I feel like I'm just prying into people's lives. Oh, and here's the cinnamon crumble for the top.
Thank you. Then I'll answer a question a lot of people ask me. I started playing chess at a young age.
How young?
5. My father recognized my tenacious skills, and he tried to keep me away from kids around my age to keep the reputation of the Yayoi family.
Really? Was your dad an ultimate too?
Former ultimate counselor H. Yayoi. Worked in law, and when my mother gave birth to me, he stepped down to take care of me. But I guess his mindset washed off onto me.
Oh, that's very nice of him that he stepped down to take care of his daughter.
I was their one and only that I'm aware of. Who knows what they're doing now? Hopefully they're being careful about it.
Me too.
We stood around in silence as the tarts cooked in the oven. Around 30 minutes later, they came out of the oven, and I could hear the headmasters of the estate bickering. When was this going to be over? What a waste of time.
Do you want to give those to the others now or later?
Who said anything about sharing? We worked on it, so we should enjoy them.
But that's a lot of tarts, but okay.
So Aoi and I finished the afternoon eating some homemade tarts that Hanamaru is never getting the recipe on. It's measured with love, and the recipe is from my father. So it felt full circle.
Time flies when one has fun, so I sure as hell would like for time to fly by a bit today. How I'm gonna do that though is the question. What could I do to make the day go by a little bit faster than it is right now? As I was thinking those thoughts, a particular someone was spotted near the foyer.
Well, mark me damned, if it isn't the city boy.
The fuck was that?
Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Is it a problem that I'm anywhere?
No, it ain't what it sounds like, partner.
I'm not your partner.
You just said partner.
'Cause I was mocking you, dipshit.
Yup, still the same jerk he's been since day one. Is there any knife straight in that darn body somewhere? Just one?
If you have nothing else to say, then leave.
Who's to say I have nothing else left to say?
You got business with me or some shit?
I mean, maybe. Depends on what you define business as.
Normally I press upon the fact that it's a yes or no question. What I mean by business is the black market, you know, like information trading.
Not a chance. I'm not doing any back alley dealings with the likes of you.
Okay then, fuck off.
Really? You can't make normal conversations part of your business?
You have any idea what the fuck you're talking to?
I do, which is why I'm doing it in the first place.
So you're insisting on having a casual conversation with the likes of me?
Exactly. Why would it be difficult?
Because I'm not fucking interested in any life stories, especially the stories of yours.
Now hold on just a minute. Why especially? You don't even know me well enough to not want to know about me.
Are you familiar with your own talent?
Well, the fact that I'm a cowboy? Now you hold your horses for a sec. My talent is way more than just going yeehaw or riding on horses.
Did I fucking ask for the brochure?
Does it look like I care? I did rodeo announcing before I went all out with the cowboy life. There's a whole lot more I do than what you think.
You fucking country hicks never shut up!
And you city rats never learn. How dirty is that mouth of yours?
Wanna get hurt, punk?
Hey, don't be spewing that nonsense. We don't want any harm coming around here.
Or what, you gonna shoot me like a duel?
I don't shoot people. I grill, drink, party. Nothing to do with what you said already.
Now why fucking bother with the likes of me?
Because I wasn't expecting to be threatened like this.
You have any idea who you're trying to deal with?
I was hoping there'd be some personality in there somewhere. But all you seem to give a damn about is shady dealings and stuff. I bet you treat your clients like this, I suppose.
Not a fucking chance. That kind of shit pisses me off. Jumping on conclusions is infuriating.
So you're biased to people who only want trouble.
Only if someone's looking for business will I treat them fairly. But since you want to dilly-dally and get personal with me, I'd rather not fucking bother.
Well, sucks for you, partner. Because I'm sure as hell that everyone around here is going to want to talk to you personally without that shady business stuff.
Simple. I'll just brush him the fuck off.
You can't just look the other way for once in your life?
Can't just shut the fuck up for once in your life? Exactly what I thought. Now keep it shut.
They called me the Red Dead Shepherd. I'm not one to be messed with. So you watch it there, Buster.
Empty threats come from an empty brain like yours.
This rope here has been used for various tricks I've done, all with a perfect success ratio. Keep up that attitude and I'll rope you into some serious business, bud.
Like hell am I gonna be intimidated by your raggy-ass rope?
'Tis but a warning, partner. Now get lost.
After you, punk.
With pleasure.
I'll walk away from now, Hiko, to go somewhere else. Just why is someone like him even here anyways? Do they consider crime to be a tale? That's just pathetic. The way he treats people is just so bold of him that it makes me question reality itself. How does this guy even get around in life? With how he does his so-called business, there's just no way anyone will want to work with him. But there's always a chance that he isn't this bad, though. I really hope there's some good within him somewhere. For now, it's best to be cautious around the guy. He's not one to be messed with. But I reckon he can have some goodness in the way. I have a feeling.
I could really go for something to drink right about now. Hitting the kitchen may as well do the job. I was downstairs heading to the kitchen, hoping to get my hands on something to hopefully quench my thirst.
Let's see. What can I drink here in the fridge?
I looked around. There wasn't anything that caught my eye yet. Just some basic drinks one would have on the fly. Water, juice, soda. Oh, wait. I found something interesting.
Well, look at what we have here. Some good old-fashioned whiskey. Don't mind if I do.
I thought you preferred them mixed by you.
What?
I turned around to see who it was that spoke in the room. As I thought, it was Yui.
Oh, hello there. Yeah, today's one of those days where I just need something on the fly is all.
Why not just mix something up real quick?
I mean, I could do that if I felt like it.
Then do it. What's stopping you?
The fact that it's not easy to find ingredients so quickly around here.
Not easy? The alcohol is stored right here.
Yui walked over to a cabinet that was stored with various alcohols.
Oh my! Guess I never noticed that. Though, I can't say I'm surprised that you of all people would know where that is.
I figured you wouldn't. I assume it's because of you that I'm surrounded by alcohol?
Indeed I do, sweetheart. The only difference is that you just brew alcohol and I mix it up.
Either way, I find it pretty cool that we both have a talent that involves alcohol.
Well, having shared interest is a great start to bond with someone after all.
Would you like to strengthen our bond by making a drink?
Ah, clever tactic there, sweetie. Perhaps we can if there's alcohol I can work with, as well as some ingredients.
I've been meaning to say, you have such a way with communication, it feels angelic.
Well, people at the bar I worked at called me Angel, so I'm flattered by that.
Wow, my intuition served me right then. How often did you work at the bar to be given that title?
As often as it takes to be a regular to customers. They love it when I serve them.
You don't overwork yourself, do you?
Of course not, sweetie. I take my breaks when I need them.
Thank heavens. Because overworking yourself isn't the best option, you know?
Right. We may be ultimates, but one's gotta take a breather once in a while. What about you? What's work like for you?
It's not as engaging as yours. More labor-intensive than you'd think.
My. Is it tiring for you at all?
Not as much as you think, considering it's a family-owned business.
I see. So it runs in the family. You're pretty gifted, I'd say.
You really think so, huh? Yeah, it makes the job less stressful, but it doesn't cut down on the work there is to do.
Well, of course. Like I said, we may be talented at something, but that doesn't make it easier for us in life.
That reminds me, did you have any other kind of talent or occupation you liked doing before being a mixologist handling drinks?
No?
You sound uncertain of your answer. Makes me think that you did, but it's not a subject worth touching?
You catch on quick. Same thing kinda happened to me and Hibiki earlier when that journalist kinda crossed it a bit.
So I assume there was something you liked doing before mixology, but it did not work out so well.
Maybe it's best we just leave it at that.
Right. Apologies.
No pressure, sweetie. You're too nice to be mad at. Even though I was never gonna be mad in the first place.
Well, I'm happy you noticed that. I always try my best to make others feel happy and welcomed.
Man, oh man! The more we have in common, the better our bond will brew.
Was that a pun?
That's up for you to decide.
Well, regardless, it seems both of us being nice to people, as well as working with alcohol, makes the two of us. I'm glad we're having this talk.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm hoping I can make more friends here with my nice aura I try my best to maintain.
Hey, I think you're doing an amazing job with that. Thus, I think you'll do just great with forming more bonds with people around here.
Thanks, Ayare. Your angelic aura, I can tell, will be maintained well, too.
It's what I do, and always will do.
There is one thing we don't have in common, though.
What could that be?
I don't think I'm crushing on anyone.
Okay? I don't get...
I suddenly realized what she meant. You have got to be kidding me. She's way smarter than she seems.
I think you can stop right there, Buster.
Uh-huh, right.
Stop looking at me like that!
Why? Is it because that Hibiki is actually...
Campari and gin! Lovely! Now we can make Enzoni! Why don't you help me with some classy drinks, eh?
Alright. Yep, you're definitely red-handed here, lover boy.
So, what we need is 1 ounce of both gin and Campari, 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, and 1/4 ounce of simple syrup.
Sounds delish. Let's get mixing then.
Ready when you are.
Me and Yui spent the rest of our time making Enzoni for ourselves. Apart from nearly being caught in an act of romance for someone by her, I think it's safe to say that Yui is outgoing at best. We seem to have a lot in common, and I think it will serve well during our time here. It must feel great to know someone who has similar tastes and interests as you. Those are usually the best bonds. Though, admittedly, I want the best bond I have to be between me and... well, I think you get the gist. Either way, I'm sure I'll mix well with Yui while we're here. There is never any harm in brewing more bonds here after all.
You sound lively today.
Oh, why hello there, Kanai. You'd be right, for I'm simply just making myself feel cheery.
For a situation like this, you seem to be handling it well.
Is that not what we should be doing? I think it's fun to put up an act of bravery in a deadly environment.
But is the act genuine?
How can it not be? Are you perhaps thinking that we're all wearing a mask through everything?
I don't think so, because I can see through someone easily regardless of the mask they're wearing.
Is that so? Then tell me, do you think my act is genuine enough?
Well, I never meant to imply that it possibly wasn't. Rather, I was just making sure. I assume, however, that some actors in your field can deceive people with their acts.
Oh no! Just you wait a minute! Absolutely no actor can escape my excellent perceptions.
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you forgetting who you're talking to, young lady?
I've seen your movies before. Just tell me.
Being the ultimate director entails that I know when an act is genuine or perhaps bullshit. I can see through the lies of many, many actors who try to put on a show, yet they lie in the end.
Oh, I can imagine that. The movie industry has so many dramatic issues with celebrities, it's not even funny.
Indeed. But sometimes a few things can pass by me unnoticed. Yet that's every once in a while.
Everything you've told me so far seems to match up in what I do.
Oh? How so?
You can see through someone's act. That skill right there is something I have when finding the truth.
That's true. That's very true. I just so happen to realize that you journalists do everything in your power to find the truth. So perception and that info digging is important, I presume?
You got that right, though I will admit it's more info-based than perception-based in a way. However, depending on what I ask them, it can affect the way they act, though no act can escape from me. I can tell if someone is lying.
Looks to me you have a strong sense of finding the truth.
It has stuck with me since I became super passionate about journalism.
Any particular reason you've developed the skill?
Well, someone I knew was reported missing, so I decided to help find them by finding an occupation where solving mysteries only required info gathering. That way I could find potential leads.
Oh, so that's where you get your strong sense of perception from.
In a way, yes. I can assume that you get your skill of seeing through the act of someone from simply being an elite director?
That would be correct. I've put the best actors into shape thanks to my skills as a director.
What's your secret then?
It's not much of a secret, really. All it took was watching my father.
So your father was a director too?
No, actually. He was a drill sergeant. My household is what you would call a strict household, but I could manage it just fine.
Your father made the household a strict environment just because he was a drill sergeant?
It wasn't just limited to him, of course. Both my parents wanted everything in order the way they saw fit.
I see. So your typical strict family.
In a way, yes. It wasn't super strict, rather, it was the concept of making sure nothing bad could cross their boundaries.
So how did that make you a director?
It only contributed to my skills since it put me and the rest of my family in shape. As such, being bossy and nitpicky about things made my directing skills the way they are now.
That only answers how you became good at directing. My question is how you became a director.
Oh, I must have misunderstood. I wanted to direct a movie with my cousin in it. Watching movies was my specialty since they were already an actor to begin with.
And did you get the chance to do that?
That one action movie titled Deceptive Scars features my cousin, and it's directed by me.
Guess that answers my question then. I find it really interesting how your desire to direct a movie with your cousin as a starring actor makes your skills as a director the way they are.
From that, I assume you like how directing movies enhance my perception skills.
Absolutely. It's a very unique way to learn how to see through people.
Well, I wouldn't say it's something I necessarily need. All I do is make sure that the acts of any actor feels as real as possible.
That alone only adds to your perception skills that could be of use at times.
Precisely. Yours has more of a purpose than me, in all honesty.
I wouldn't say that. Everyone needs a skill of perception every once in a while. As a journalist, I am impressed with how you can develop more than one skill from just one talent.
Oh my! Flattering words, can I? You two have skills that make you unique all from one talent.
Do I? What would that be?
Being a leader, of course. You're probably the only journalist I've met that actually cares about everyone here.
You are. That really means a lot to me. I definitely agree with you there. I want to help people, including you guys. My desire to find the truth includes being considerate for those who I truly care for. And you guys are no exception.
That's what I'm talking about. You're a sweet one, Kanai. I hope it stays that way. That line of thinking you have will set you free with everyone else.
I will try my best.
I know you will, sweetie.
Are you gonna stick around some more?
I could, but I think I'm going to visit Hayate now.
I hear he's a childhood friend of yours?
Yes, me and him were an inseparable bond back in the day. I'm really glad a friend like him is around.
May I hear the story about you two?
That's a story for another time, sweet pea. For now, I need to get going.
If you say so.
Thank you for this talk, Kanai.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Books aren't everything to everyone you meet.
What made that? I suddenly realized what she meant. Damn, she saw right through me. I'm gonna get going now. Ta-ta.
You can't hide it from me, Miss Tomoe. Habiki isn't gonna finish it with your insistent orders.
La 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 la, can't hear you. I sped out of Kanai's sight. Some way to end the conversation. It only makes me want to bother Habiki more about the book. But it's whatever. Me and Kanai are pretty similar in a way. Maybe I can be friends with her and help with leading the group. Maybe it's too much for someone like me. Though I can still befriend Kanai. I could do other things to be useful to some people. What would that be, though? The answers may just show up as time goes on, but if I had to take a guess, maybe I'll be the star of someone's life in some way. Either way, I love all my friends here, and I want to direct them in the right direction, including Hayate, of course. The legacy of Yua Tomoe continues to go strong!
君と一緒なら